Alright guys, so second leg of the journey is about to begin. I'm feeling good, positive and feeling fresh. We've arrived in Hoi An. Now I've heard great things about Hoi An. Looks very beautiful from the pictures, and we are going to go and have first impression. We're going to walk around and see a few things. So I've only just got here, so we're both seeing these things for the very first time. So let's go and check out Hoi An together. Yeah, so this video is going to be very raw. There is a lot of tourists about, so we're just going to go and walk down this little market. Doesn't look to be too busy, so let's just see where it takes us. Okay, so I actually need more clothes. I need a t-shirt, so I'm going to go in here and have a little look and let's decide on something. I like the look of these. And I've been eyeing up one of these for a while. I'll check if it is a t-shirt. Would it be wise wearing that? Maybe we'll go for it. Excuse me, is this a t-shirt?
Yeah, t-shirt and singlet.
Yeah, how much is the t-shirt?
160.
116.
160.
160?
16 euro.
Yeah.
Vietnam dong. Many medium too little, not enough. I think you need little bit. You don't worry the size in here different.
Yeah.
That's alright for you. We say goodbye, not bargain too much, man.
I will look, yeah. It's a bad sign whenever I've gone down to a small. It shows that the travelling has taken its toll on me. I'm not eating right, so I think that would be good, yeah. I think we'll go for that. Yeah, I will buy that. Okay, so we're going to change up this video a little bit. I've come back to where I started, a nice quiet area. I'm going to put on this t-shirt that I've just bought and see what type of reception I get. This could really backfire big time on me. They'll either love it or they'll hate it. So yeah, the woman who sold me it did say, where are you from that you are wearing this? So we're going to put it on and see what the situation is here. A little bit nervous. I could get rocks through at me, but we'll check it out. Yeah, so the t-shirt's on, it's a good fit. Now we're going to face the music and walk this market again. It's mostly from other tourists that I'm kind of getting eyeballed wearing this. We're kind of, oh, what's this guy have on him? So just walking along the docks here, and the amount of boats here is crazy. Just waiting on tourists to hop on. Yeah, it's just never ending. However, I am going to one of these tomorrow, I think, so it's actually combined with a boat and a little basket, so that should be cool. I'll definitely show that when it happens.
Hoi An used to be Vietnam's main port city. It is famous for its lanterns and old colonial style buildings.
Yeah, so I definitely have to come back here when it's dark to see all these lanterns lit up. So it'll be really, really beautiful.
I decided to go back to the hostel and book one of the famous basket boat tours.
Okay, so we decided to come to these little basket boat things. I was recommended to do this, told it was good fun, so let's see where it takes us. Yeah, so at the moment it sounds like we're going to a party, so what do you think, Michael? Pretty good so far?
I don't know, I think we could be getting a party. We could certainly make one,
yeah,
even if there's got some tunes, maybe get some cans in.
I think this guy wants a party, yeah?
Good job, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that was really enjoyable. I'm back in my hotel now. I couldn't really talk much when I was there because of the music. It'd be done for copyright, but definitely recommend trying that out. There was a cooking class combined with it, but didn't film much of it. You know, we had the pan out and it was all go, so trying to film in between just would have upset the whole group and they would have lost their patience. So I just videoed the basket tour, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, everyone seemed to have a good time, so pretty good. Yeah, so I decided to come here at night time to see what it's like, and it really does not disappoint. Really beautiful, and just sat there by the river, had a few drinks. Beautiful here for about 3 hours, to be honest with you. So yeah, you really don't want to move when you're here, so I'm going to show you a few more shots right now. Yes, it's the next day here, and we're actually at the airport, Da Nang Airport. It's about half an hour from Hoi An. I'm going to fly up to Hanoi instead of getting the 14-hour bus, I think it was, just to save an extra day, you know, and give me time to explore more up the north. So I was told there's a big difference in Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. Hanoi is the capital, so it'll be good to see what's going on up there. Alright guys, so we've finally made it to Hanoi. As you can guess where I'm standing at the moment, I'll give you a little view. So the famous train street, we're going to go down now and get to that position where all the selfies are took, Instagram pictures, and yeah, it's quite cool. Now the train only goes by late at night, like from 7 p.m. on, so might come back at some time and see the train, you never know. But let's just have a little walk around here and I'll give you my first impressions of this city.
The train street is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the city and is perfect to get good Instagram pictures.
Yeah, so as you can see, just bombarded with tourists, including myself. There's actually little fences to put up that say do not cross, but you can cross them. It's just there's, you know, coffee shop owners and all waiting to greet you, and you can cross basically if you buy a coffee, so just be aware of that. I think that's the plan. It's very funny, all the gates are saying police do not cross, but yeah, once you have this you can cross anywhere. It's kind of the way the world works, you know. But yeah, big change here in this city. It's a lot more old style. We're just getting the feel of it now. Today is just a day of sussing the situation out. I went for a 5-minute walk last night, and within 5 minutes I'd come across the party street, and I was asked if I wanted anything, so that could mean a lot of things. And I don't know, just got the feeling that you need to be a little bit more cautious here than in Ho Chi Minh, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to film on my GoPro here and not draw as much attention, so it should be okay though, but you know, just to be safe. So let's have a look at a couple of shots around the city.
Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam with a population of 5 million people, and I found that the atmosphere was a lot more traditional than Ho Chi Minh City's westernized style.
Yeah, so if you followed the channel, you definitely know that guy by now. Yeah, so I thought it'd be fitting for one of my first stops to go to the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum here. It's not like the one with Chairman Mao or Vladimir Lenin. I think you can actually go in and see them. But this one you can't go inside, so it's also free to enter, which obviously it should be. You shouldn't have to pay for these things. But yeah, it's definitely somewhere you probably have to stop at if you come to Hanoi.
If you walk a little further, right beside the mausoleum was the house where Ho Chi Minh lived for 2 years during the war.
Yeah, so today we're actually going somewhere that is one of the top places I want to go to on this trip, in Ninh Binh. So I just booked it with my hotel here, and we're going to do that for the day. So
that should be very interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be good just to spend the full day, morning to night, doing something here, because I found I've been drinking a little bit too much, you know. I actually found a Havana bar and I've drank there the last few nights, so I think just put the drink aside for a bit, because you know it's so cheap and you know you can get a wee bit carried away with it. So yeah, Ninh Binh should be very good.
So we are in Ninh Binh now. We've just hopped onto our boat, so really looking forward to this, getting some really good views.
Ninh Binh is the ancient capital of Vietnam, and I could look at its views for hours upon end and never get bored.
So we're just a little pit stop now, so for a few minutes, but this is brilliant. I definitely would recommend it. If you come to Vietnam, definitely go to Ninh Binh, do this day tour. You can see it all in a day really, yeah, it's really, really good. I'd nearly recommend staying. You can see it in a day, but it's just so relaxing. There's something about it, and yeah, do not miss it no matter what.
My biggest regret with Ninh Binh was not staying over and waking up to these amazing views, something I will 100% be doing if I return to the country.
Hey guys, so that tour is finished now, so again, do not skip Ninh Binh if you come here. You can do a day tour or you can do a 2-day tour. If I was to go again, I'd probably do the 2 days. I'd like to stay over. I really enjoy waking up to all those lovely views, the mountains, and yeah, it's really just makes you kind of zone out and be at a bit of peace for a while, you know, get away from a big hectic city. Yeah, this city is okay for a couple of days. I'm struggling to kind of find something to do for a couple of hours and kind of just walking around. Even the tours, I was looking up for the city itself, it's a little bit tame, you know, but yeah, we are going to start packing up now. I'm here in Vietnam just over 3 weeks, and that is probably enough time to get the base of it. You probably could do a 4th week, I'd say, to head other places like Sapa, further north, Halong Bay for a couple of days, and maybe Hue, the imperial city, right in the middle of the country. But yeah, we are packing up now, and the next destination is somewhere I really been looking to go, to kind of suss out the country for quite a few years now.
It was time to hop on a plane and take a 1-hour flight to the north of Laos, Luang Prabang.
Yeah, so this is our first full day in Laos. We arrived here last night at around 8 PM, and a little bit strange. We were the only ones at the airport. I know this place is quite small, but yeah, it was definitely something different coming from such a busy country in Vietnam, where it's just crazy. You just land here and it's quite dark, and we landed into the hostel and it's just, there's no music playing, it's just so quiet. You can't drink after 11 PM, so yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting one. Big difference, I think, even though they are neighbouring countries. So look, I think the only thing here is to get out onto the street and try and make heads or tails of this, you know. Yes, so I've just decided to come down by this lovely river here and come up with a bit of a game plan. So there's a bit of a mountain. It's not a big mountain, but you can go up it and I think you get like an overview of the town. So I like to do that when I go somewhere, kind of see what you're dealing with, how big it is. We only have 70,000 people here. I'm going to write something down below, by the way, so read that for a little minute. Yeah, we're going to do that, and then we're going to just try and get the atmosphere today. Really, it's only our first day, so it's just about sussing our country out, really, you know. Is it safe? What are the people like? Is there any scams? All that type of stuff. So yeah, we're going to dive in. It was visa on arrival here. You can get it an e-visa, or you can get it on arrival for $40. I got it on arrival, and it's straightforward enough. I even made a few mistakes in the application form. I wrote the wrong thing in, there's a few scribbles over it, so it's quite straightforward. They're not going to turn you away. Yeah, so let's just let's go up this mountain and see what this place is like. So this is one of the main streets here, and you can already see how laid back it is. The roads more or less empty compared to Vietnam, so it's a nice change.
It only took roughly 20 minutes to get up to the top of this mountain and get a lovely view of the whole town of Luang Prabang. After a quick look around town, I decided to go to Luang Prabang's most famous waterfall, the Quang Si Falls.
Yeah, this is really cool, top class. Very tempted to go in for a swim. Okay, so we are in now, and it is very cold, which is great. Very refreshing. Can't beat that. Yeah, that was really needed. It's only like $1.50 to get in here, so it's about 30 minutes away from the central Luang Prabang, so yeah, definitely come here. So I decided to come back to where I was yesterday, you know, looking over at this view here. And I'm going to get a boat to the other side and see what's going on over there. So this is our transport here. We're going to go down and see what the situation is. I think it's free to get across to there. Obviously, it's not very far, so. Yeah, so we are on our boat now, and we're just going over. So yeah, I'll tell you just a little bit about the situation. So I did go for a few beers last night, and yeah, just to 11. So yeah, you know yourself. Not as extreme, but it's there. So yeah, the next place, Vang Vieng, I heard a big difference, really big difference from what I've heard from a few people. So that'll be very interesting to get down there. I got my train ticket for there. It only takes 40 minutes by train. I got it through the hostel, so you have to go through a local, and you can get them online. Yeah, so we've made it across, so let's check this little part out here. It's good to try new places, you know, get away from the centre. So yeah, let's just go for a little wander, see what it's about. Don't really know what's over here, so just going to walk in a random direction, see what we have. So yeah, I think I'm here for 2 weeks, so I'm hoping after that I'm going to have more of an understanding about this place. But yeah, it's quite strange. I've noticed that even the motorbikes, they nearly have no noise even. Yeah, it's like a library. I don't really understand it, you know. You're nearly afraid to talk too high, and you're actually not allowed to do that in the hostel past 11. You can't talk loudly, or I don't know what will happen, but yeah, it's interesting. It's something different. You know, I always like to get a different place. So there's literally nobody about. It's just, I don't know. I'm struggling to get something that's quite lively for the video to kind of make it interesting, you know, so it's quite difficult. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. Let's hope it can only get better, you know. you like a bit of life in a place, you know, you don't want it to be all like this. Yeah, look, I can't really find anything to show. I walked through another few roads and there's not much action there. Not that I'm not giving out about it, you know, sometimes this is nice, just a bit of silence. So yeah, we're going to wrap up this episode right now because we're going to Vang Vieng tomorrow, and I think that section deserves a video on its own. So yeah, it's the party capital of Laos. There'll be plenty of backpackers there, there'll be plenty of drinking, so very excited to see what that holds. And yeah, let's tune back in and get the Vang Vieng. So this wraps up episode 2. Let's hope things get a little bit more exciting going forward.